Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you of a truth so profound that it can transform your entire existence. The victory you seek is not out there, it is within you. The moment you declare, "I'm going to win," you are not just making a statement, you are setting a law into motion. The foundation of all achievement lies in what you assume to be true about yourself and the world. Assumptions, though often overlooked, are the silent architects of our reality. They shape our thoughts, mold our emotions, and direct our actions. What you deeply and consistently believe about yourself becomes the framework within which your life unfolds. If you assume success, prosperity, and happiness to be yours, life will inevitably align itself to reflect those assumptions. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a profound truth rooted in the nature of consciousness. When you assume something, you do more than hope or wish for it, you accept it as fact, regardless of whether the physical evidence supports it at the moment. This is the essence of creative power. Life mirrors your inner state. What you consistently feel to be true becomes your experience, for the world outside is but a projection of the world within. Your assumptions are the seeds you plant in the fertile soil of consciousness, and like any seed, they grow and bear fruit in due season. The beauty of assumption lies in its simplicity. You do not need to struggle or strain to make it work. There is no effort required to force external circumstances to align with your desires. Instead, the work is entirely internal. You need only to persist in the feeling that your desire is already fulfilled. This feeling, held with conviction, has the power to transform your reality in ways that defy logic and reason. Consider this: when you assume a position of confidence and success, you naturally carry yourself differently. Your posture changes, your voice steadies, and your actions take on a purposeful quality. These outward expressions are not deliberate, they flow effortlessly from the assumption you hold within. Similarly, when you assume lack or failure, your energy reflects hesitation, doubt, and fear, and your reality mirrors those feelings back to you. The power of assumption is neutral, it works in either direction. Therefore, it is vital to assume consciously, to choose deliberately what you will believe about yourself and your world. Many people make the mistake of waiting for external validation before adopting a positive assumption. They wait to see evidence of success before believing they are successful, or they wait for love to arrive before feeling loved. But this approach reverses the natural order. The truth is that the inner change must come first. The outer world is but a shadow, responding to the light of your inner state. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you bring the invisible into visibility. It is not the evidence that creates belief, it is belief that creates the evidence. This process does not require struggle, only persistence. Assumptions gain power through repetition and feeling. The more you dwell on an idea with conviction, the more it becomes a part of your subconscious mind. Once embedded in the subconscious, it begins to work tirelessly to bring itself into manifestation. This is why it is essential to guard your assumptions carefully. Do not allow doubts or negative beliefs to take root. Instead, nurture only those ideas that align with your highest aspirations. The power of assumption also liberates you from the tyranny of circumstances. No matter how dire a situation may appear, you are never bound by it. Circumstances are transient, they are effects, not causes. The cause always lies within you, in the assumptions you hold. By changing your assumption, you change the cause, and the effect must follow. This truth is not reserved for the few or the fortunate, it is universal. It applies to everyone, in every situation. Whatever you desire, you can assume it to be yours. Begin now to live as though your dreams are already realized. Feel the joy, the peace, and the gratitude of having already achieved your goals. Hold that feeling steadfastly and watch as life bends to match your vision. For the power of assumption is the power to create, and it is yours to wield. Living from the end is a transformative way of approaching life, one that redefines how you perceive your desires and interact with your reality. It is the art of embodying the state of your wish fulfilled, not as something distant or uncertain, but as a present and tangible truth. This principle shifts your focus from longing and effort to alignment and assurance, enabling you to manifest your deepest desires with grace and ease. When you live from the end, you mentally and emotionally dwell in the state of already having achieved what you desire. It is not about wishing or hoping for something to happen, it is about feeling as if it has already occurred. This shift in consciousness creates a powerful alignment between your inner state and the outer reality you seek to experience. The key lies in recognizing that the external world is a reflection of your inner state. To change your circumstances, you must first change the way you perceive and feel about them. Imagine for a moment the life you desire. What would it feel like to have your dream job, a loving relationship, or financial freedom? Close your eyes and vividly picture the details of that life. See yourself enjoying it, hear the sounds of your success, and feel the emotions that come with it. That feeling of joy, gratitude, and fulfillment is the essence of living from the end. When you hold on to that state and make it your dominant experience, the outer world begins to rearrange itself to match your inner reality. This process is not about denying the present moment or pretending that challenges do not exist. It is about transcending the limitations of the present by anchoring yourself in the certainty of your desired outcome. Living from the end allows you to move through life with confidence and clarity, knowing that the path to your goal is unfolding perfectly, even if the steps are not immediately visible. It eliminates doubt and fear, because your focus is no longer on what might happen, but on the unwavering conviction that your desire is already yours. One of the profound aspects of living from the end is how it transforms your actions and decisions. When you see yourself as already successful, your behavior naturally aligns with that belief. You take bold steps, speak with confidence, and approach challenges with resilience, because you are no longer trying to achieve something, you are simply expressing the reality of what you already know to be true. This shift in perspective not only accelerates the manifestation of your desires, but also brings a sense of peace and empowerment. Doubts and contradictions may arise, especially when the current reality appears to conflict with your vision. But this is where persistence and faith come into play. Living from the end requires that you trust the process and remain steadfast in your inner state, regardless of external circumstances. The world around you may take time to catch up with the reality you are embodying, but it must eventually conform. Circumstances are temporary and fluid, while your inner conviction is the true creative force. Living from the end is not limited to specific goals or milestones. It is a way of life. It invites you to consistently align with your highest self, to see yourself as the person you aspire to be, and to act from that place of assurance and completeness. Each time you practice this, you strengthen your ability to create consciously and intentionally. Over time, it becomes second nature, and your life transforms into a reflection of your most cherished visions. Living from the end is about recognizing that you are the creator of your reality. The power to shape your life lies within you, in your ability to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled and to dwell in that state with unwavering faith. As you do so, you unlock the limitless potential of your imagination and witness the miraculous unfolding of a life that aligns perfectly with your deepest desires. Imagination is the most powerful faculty you possess, for it is the very essence of creation. It is through imagination that everything in the physical world comes into existence. Before anything can appear in reality, it must first exist in the realm of thought and imagination. This truth underscores a profound principle: imagination creates reality. Your ability to imagine is not a passive exercise or a form of idle daydreaming. It is the act of shaping the unseen into the seen, the intangible into the tangible. Every invention, every great work of art, and every human achievement began as an idea in someone's mind. It was imagined, nurtured, and believed in before it was brought into the world. This creative power is not reserved for a select few. It is a universal ability inherent in every individual. The question is not whether you are using your imagination, but how you are using it. Are you consciously creating the life you desire, or are you allowing your imagination to run unchecked, producing results that reflect fear, doubt, or limitation? The secret lies in the intentional use of imagination. To create the life you want, you must first see it clearly in your mind's eye. Construct vivid mental scenes that represent the fulfillment of your desires. Imagine yourself living the life you dream of, experiencing the joy, satisfaction, and peace that come with it. The more detailed and emotionally charged these scenes are, the more powerfully they impress upon your subconscious mind. Your subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It accepts whatever you consistently feed it as true and works tirelessly to bring that reality into being. Imagination also allows you to transcend the limitations of your current circumstances. It frees you from the constraints of the present moment, enabling you to explore possibilities that may seem impossible or out of reach. When you engage your imagination, you step into a realm where anything is possible. You are no longer bound by what you see or experience in the physical world. Instead, you align yourself with the reality you wish to create, and as you persist in that alignment, your outer world begins to shift to match your inner vision. This process requires faith and persistence. It is not enough to imagine once and then return to old patterns of doubt and worry. You must live in the state of your imagined reality, revisiting it often and holding it as your dominant mental picture. Even when evidence to the contrary appears, you must remain steadfast in your vision, knowing that the unseen is just as real, if not more so, than what is visible. Your imagination is the blueprint, and reality is simply the structure that forms around it. One of the greatest obstacles to fully embracing the creative power of imagination is the tendency to focus on how your desires will come to pass. This concern is unnecessary and counterproductive. The how is not your responsibility. It is the work of the unseen forces that respond to your focused imagination. Your role is to clearly define what you want and to dwell in the feeling of its fulfillment. Trust that the means will reveal themselves in perfect time and in ways that often surpass your expectations. Imagination creates reality not only on a grand scale but also in the small, everyday details of life. The thoughts and images you habitually entertain shape your experiences in countless ways. Whether you realize it or not, you are constantly imagining and thereby creating. By becoming aware of this process and directing it consciously, you take control of your destiny. In embracing this truth, you discover that you are not a passive observer of life, but an active participant in its creation. Your imagination is your tool, your compass, and your source of infinite possibility. Use it wisely, and you will see that the life you envision is not just a dream, but a reality waiting to unfold. The world around you will transform as your inner vision becomes your outer experience, proving time and again that imagination truly creates reality. Faith and persistence are the twin pillars upon which all manifestations rest. Together, they form an unshakable foundation for creating the life you desire. Faith is the unwavering belief in the unseen, the conviction that what you desire already exists, even if there is no physical evidence to support it. Persistence is the consistent alignment with that belief, a steadfast refusal to be swayed by circumstances, challenges, or delays. When these two qualities are combined, they become an unstoppable force, enabling you to bring your desires from the realm of imagination into tangible reality. Faith begins with trust in the power within you. It is the knowing that your desires are not random or unattainable, but are meant to be realized. Faith does not waver in the face of adversity, because it is rooted in an understanding of the creative process. What you hold firmly in your mind and feel deeply in your heart must ultimately become your experience. Faith demands that you live in the conviction of your wish fulfilled, acting and thinking as if your desired outcome is already a fact. This mental and emotional alignment is not wishful thinking, it is the deliberate creation of reality through the power of your belief. Yet, faith alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by persistence, the determined practice of holding to your vision regardless of appearances. Persistence is what carries you through the moments when doubt creeps in, or when the outer world seems to contradict your inner conviction. It is the commitment to stay the course, to continue affirming and feeling your desired state, even when the path is unclear or the journey feels long. Persistence ensures that your faith does not falter under pressure. Together, faith and persistence form a powerful synergy. Faith gives you the clarity and confidence to know what you want and believe it is yours, while persistence ensures that this belief remains steady until it manifests. Without persistence, faith can waver. Without faith, persistence loses its direction. But when they work in harmony, they create a magnetic force that draws your desires to you with precision and certainty. The challenges you face along the way are not roadblocks, but opportunities to deepen your faith and strengthen your persistence. Every delay, every obstacle, and every moment of doubt is a test of your resolve. Will you hold to your vision, or will you allow circumstances to dictate your reality? Those who succeed are not those who never face challenges, but those who refuse to let challenges define their journey. They understand that setbacks are temporary, and that the power of faith and persistence will eventually overcome all obstacles. Persistence also requires discipline. It is easy to let fleeting emotions or external distractions pull you away from your vision. But true persistence involves a deliberate choice to return to your desired state again and again, no matter how many times you are tempted to waver. This practice of mental and emotional alignment is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. The more you persist, the stronger your belief becomes, and the more quickly your reality shifts to match your vision. Faith and persistence teach you that you are the creator of your reality. They empower you to rise above circumstances, to see beyond limitations, and to claim the life you desire with confidence and determination. By embodying these qualities, you align yourself with the natural flow of creation, transforming your dreams into reality and proving that nothing is impossible for one who believes and persists. Ignoring the evidence of the senses is a profound yet challenging principle for manifesting the life you desire. It is the conscious choice to look beyond the physical world and trust in the unseen reality you are creating within. The senses sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell are powerful tools for experiencing the material world, but they are often deceptive when it comes to shaping your destiny. They present the world as it appears now, not as it could be, and can trap you in a cycle of reacting to what already exists rather than creating what you want. To ignore their evidence is to rise above appearances and anchor yourself in the vision of your desired reality. The senses reflect the past, the result of prior thoughts, beliefs, and actions. What you see in the world around you is not fixed, it is a product of your consciousness. By the time something appears in your physical experience, it is already the outcome of previous inner states. If you allow the evidence of your senses to dictate your thoughts and feelings, you are merely perpetuating the same reality over and over again. To break free from this cycle, you must focus not on what is but on what can be. You must dare to imagine and feel as though your desire is already fulfilled, regardless of what your senses are reporting. This practice requires an unwavering commitment to your inner vision. When you ignore the evidence of the senses, you are not denying reality or pretending challenges do not exist. Instead, you are choosing to give your attention and energy to a higher reality, the one you are actively creating through your imagination, beliefs, and feelings. It is the refusal to let temporary conditions define your future. By turning away from appearances, you reclaim your power to shape your life consciously. The senses are often reinforced by external opinions and societal norms. People may tell you that your dreams are unrealistic or that your circumstances are too difficult to overcome. These voices can make the evidence of the senses seem even more convincing. But those who achieve great things are those who dare to defy appearances and trust in their vision. They understand that what others see as impossible is only a reflection of their limited perspective, not an absolute truth. Persisting in the unseen requires faith, a deep belief in the reality of your desire. This faith is not blind, it is a deliberate choice to trust in the creative power within you. When you imagine vividly and feel deeply as though your desire is already realized, you impress this new reality upon your subconscious mind. The subconscious, in turn, begins to orchestrate events, circumstances, and opportunities to bring your vision into physical form. But this process can only unfold if you remain steadfast in your belief and refuse to be swayed by what the senses report. Doubts and fears often arise when there is a gap between your inner vision and the outer world. This is where the power of ignoring the evidence of the senses becomes most crucial. It is in these moments that you must reaffirm your commitment to your desired state. Instead of reacting to appearances, respond with faith and conviction. Remind yourself that the outer world is malleable, a reflection of your inner state, and that it must eventually conform to the reality you hold within. To master this principle, practice detachment from the physical world. This does not mean withdrawing from life or neglecting responsibilities. It means shifting your focus from external circumstances to your inner state. Spend time each day imagining the fulfillment of your desires. Feel the emotions of already having what you want, and carry those feelings with you throughout your day. Let them guide your actions and decisions, and let them be more real to you than the current conditions. Ignoring the evidence of the senses is not easy, especially in a world that values tangible proof and immediate results. But it is the key to unlocking the creative power within you. It allows you to move from a reactive state to a creative one, where you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances, but are actively shaping your reality. Trust in the unseen, persist in your vision, and watch as the outer world aligns with the truth you have cultivated within. In doing so, you will discover the limitless potential of your imagination and the profound truth that you are the creator of your life. To act as the winner now is to live with the confidence, mindset, and behaviors of someone who has already achieved their goals. It is the powerful act of embodying success before it physically manifests. This principle is rooted in the understanding that reality is shaped by your beliefs and actions, not merely by circumstances. The key to bringing your desires into being lies in the ability to think, feel, and act as though you have already won, regardless of what your current situation may be. When you adopt the mindset of a winner, you set into motion the events and opportunities that will ultimately lead you to success. The first step in acting as the winner now is to believe that success is inevitable for you. Winners do not question their worth or wonder if they are capable of achieving their dreams. They know it is simply a matter of when, not if. This unwavering belief creates a sense of certainty in everything they do. They approach challenges with confidence, knowing that they have the ability to overcome any obstacle that comes their way. If you want to create your desired reality, you must also cultivate this unshakable belief in your own success. The moment you truly believe that your success is inevitable, you unlock the potential to take inspired actions that lead to that success. Once you have established this belief, acting as the winner now requires you to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the successful outcome you desire. It means making decisions and taking steps from the perspective of someone who has already reached their goals. You must begin to ask yourself, how would a winner think, speak, and act in this situation? When you live from the place of success, you no longer wait for external conditions to change before acting. Instead, you act in accordance with the life you want to create, even before the physical evidence appears. This is where persistence and consistency come in. A winner is not deterred by temporary setbacks or challenges. They understand that obstacles are simply part of the journey, and that their success is not contingent on smooth sailing, but on their ability to stay the course. Acting as the winner now requires you to maintain focus on your vision, no matter how long the path may seem. Winners do not give up when faced with adversity. They persist, learn from failures, and keep moving forward with renewed determination. Another vital aspect of acting as the winner now is the cultivation of an abundant mindset. Winners do not focus on limitations or scarcity. Instead, they see opportunities everywhere. They approach every situation with the belief that there is more than enough for everyone, and that success is not a limited resource. This mindset allows them to stay open to new ideas, new opportunities, and new ways of achieving their goals. When you adopt this mindset, you will begin to notice the doors that open for you and the opportunities that align with your desires. As you continue to embody the traits of a winner, you also begin to develop the discipline and habits that successful individuals practice daily. Winners understand the importance of consistency and self-motivation. They know that small, daily actions lead to big results over time. Whether it's dedicating time to learning, growing your skills, or taking steps toward your goals every single day, acting as the winner now involves setting the foundation for long-term success. Winners know that their actions today create the reality of tomorrow. Acting as the winner now requires you to trust the process and have faith in your journey. The external world will not immediately reflect the success you feel on the inside, but that does not mean you are not on the right path. You must trust that the universe or life itself is aligning circumstances and opportunities to bring your desires to fruition. Even when things seem difficult, remember that everything is working in your favor. Acting as the winner now means surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that all things are unfolding as they should, in perfect timing. To act as the winner now is to take full ownership of your life and your success. It is about living with the conviction, mindset, and habits of a person who has already achieved their desires. When you believe in your success, take inspired action, maintain persistence, cultivate an abundant mindset, and trust the process. You align yourself with the outcomes you seek. Success is not something that happens in the future, it is something you create in the present. Act as the winner now, and watch as your reality transforms to match the success you've already claimed. In conclusion, remember that your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are the true architects of your reality. By acting as the winner now, you set the stage for your success and align yourself with the life you desire. It's not about waiting for the right moment or for external conditions to change. It's about living with unwavering confidence, persistence, and faith in your vision, no matter what your current circumstances may be. You are the creator of your reality, and by embodying the mindset of success, you will inevitably manifest the life you envision. Thank you for taking the time to listen and reflect on these principles. May you step forward with courage, belief, and the unshakable conviction that you are already on your path to greatness. Keep trusting in yourself and keep acting as the winner now. Your success is inevitable. Thank you. You stand on the precipice of limitless abundance, yet your eyes deceive you. The reality you perceive is but a reflection of the beliefs you hold in the depths of your mind. To become truly rich, you must step away from the tyranny of your senses and embrace the truth that lies beyond them. Riches do not emerge from toil alone. They spring forth from the wellspring of your imagination. Close your eyes for a moment and dare to see yourself as you wish to be. Imagine the wealth flowing into your life, feel it, live it, and claim it as your own. This is the seed of transformation. The imagination is not a fleeting daydream or a trivial escape. It is the core of our existence and the gateway to shaping our reality. Everything we see in the physical world began first as an idea, a mental image held in the mind. Before a skyscraper touched the heavens, it existed in the imagination of an architect. Before a symphony filled a concert hall, it resided in the mind of a composer. This is the power of imagination. It is the womb from which all creation is born. To understand this truth, you must recognize that your imagination is not merely an instrument, but the essence of who you are. The world you perceive as real is nothing more than the outward projection of your inner beliefs, assumptions, and visions. The so-called reality of your life is shaped, limited, or expanded by the pictures you hold in your mind. The house you live in, the relationships you nurture, and even the financial situation you find yourself in, all are reflections of what you have dared to imagine or what you have unconsciously accepted as true. When you allow yourself to fully embrace the creative power of imagination, you step into the role of the master architect of your life. No longer are you at the mercy of circumstances or the whims of fate. Instead, you realize that your external world bends and molds itself according to the images you consistently hold within your mind. This is not wishful thinking or mere positivity. It is the deliberate act of using your imagination to create a future that aligns with your deepest desires. Most people are trapped by the tyranny of their senses. They look at the world around them and accept it as the ultimate truth. If their bank account shows scarcity, they believe they are poor. If their relationships are strained, they believe they are unworthy of love. They let the evidence of their senses dictate their inner reality, and in doing so, they perpetuate the cycle of lack and limitation. What they fail to realize is that the external world is not the source of their experiences, but the result. The true source is within. Imagination is the realm where transformation begins. When you close your eyes and visualize yourself as the person you desire to be, you plant a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. This seed, when nurtured with belief and persistence, grows into the tangible reality you seek. It is not the fleeting act of visualizing once or twice that yields results, but the sustained feeling of already being the person you imagine. The key lies in embodying the state of your desire, feeling it as if it were already real, and letting that feeling guide your thoughts and actions. Doubt and disbelief are the greatest obstacles to harnessing the power of imagination. When you allow yourself to question the validity of your inner visions, you weaken their creative force. The world outside may tempt you to believe in limitations, presenting facts that contradict your desires. But these facts are nothing more than the residue of past beliefs. To change your circumstances, you must look beyond the current evidence and persist in the reality you wish to create. The beauty of imagination is that it is limitless. It knows no boundaries, no restrictions, and no constraints of time or space. When you imagine yourself as wealthy, loved, or fulfilled, you align yourself with that reality. The universe, responding to your inner state, begins to orchestrate events, circumstances, and opportunities that match the frequency of your imagination. This is not magic or coincidence, it is the natural law at work. Gratitude plays a pivotal role in this process. When you feel grateful for the things you imagine, you confirm their reality within you. Gratitude is the language of abundance. It signals to the subconscious mind that you already possess what you desire. This feeling of ownership accelerates the manifestation of your dreams, bridging the gap between imagination and reality. It is crucial to protect the sanctity of your imagination. Guard it against negativity, fear, and doubt. Surround yourself with thoughts and images that uplift and inspire you. Do not allow the opinions of others or the limitations of the world to corrupt your vision. Your imagination is sacred ground, and what you plant there will inevitably grow. To live fully is to live imaginatively. Your imagination is not a passive tool but the engine of your existence. It is the space where you create the blueprint of your life, shaping your destiny one thought, one feeling, and one vision at a time. As you embrace this truth, you step into the infinite potential that has always been within you. The riches, the love, the joy you seek, they are not outside of you, waiting to be found. They are within, waiting to be imagined into reality. The evidence of your senses is a convincing illusion, one that holds most people captive in a cycle of limitation and struggle. We are conditioned from birth to trust what we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell, believing these experiences to be the ultimate truth. Yet, this reliance on the senses blinds us to the higher reality, the reality shaped by our inner convictions, thoughts, and beliefs. To break free from the confines of this physical illusion and step into the life you desire, you must learn to detach from the evidence of your senses. The world you perceive with your senses is not the cause of your experiences but the result. It is a mirror, reflecting the sum total of your dominant beliefs and assumptions. If you believe in scarcity, the world will confirm that belief through empty bank accounts and missed opportunities. If you hold a belief that you are unworthy of love, the world will present relationships that validate that perception. But just as a mirror cannot change its reflection until you change your expression, the world cannot shift until you alter the beliefs that shape it. Detachment does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges do not exist. It means refusing to let the outer world dictate your inner state. The physical circumstances you see around you are temporary and mutable. They are the product of past thinking, not permanent truths. But to detach is to recognize that while the senses report the current state of things, they have no power over the future you are creating in your mind. Most people allow their senses to control them, reacting to every situation as though it were unchangeable. They see lack and feel despair, they encounter rejection and feel unworthy. This reactive way of living keeps them locked in the same patterns, perpetuating the very conditions they wish to escape. True freedom comes when you stop reacting to the evidence of your senses and begin responding to the vision you hold within. To detach from the senses, you must train yourself to focus on what you desire rather than what currently exists. If your bank account shows a negative balance, do not dwell on it with fear or frustration. Instead, turn inward and imagine the feeling of abundance. Close your eyes and see yourself living in the financial freedom you desire. Feel the joy and relief of having all your needs met. This inner work is not an escape from reality, but the process of creating a new one. Persistence is essential. The evidence of your senses will try to pull you back into doubt and disbelief. You may look around and see no immediate changes, tempting you to abandon your vision. But remember, the outer world takes time to rearrange itself to match your inner state. Just as a seed planted in the ground does not sprout overnight, your imagined reality requires patience and trust to manifest. Faith is your greatest ally in detaching from the senses. Faith is not blind optimism or wishful thinking, it is the deep knowing that what you desire is already yours in the unseen realm. That when you hold on to this faith, the opinions of others, the obstacles you face, and the apparent lack in your life lose their power to discourage you. Faith allows you to remain steadfast in your vision, no matter what the outer world shows. Gratitude is another powerful tool for detachment. When you feel grateful for the reality you are creating in your mind, you affirm its existence. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, reinforcing the belief that your desires are already fulfilled. It signals to the universe that you trust in the process, allowing the manifestation to unfold naturally. Detaching from the senses requires a shift in perspective. You must begin to see yourself as the creator of your reality, not its victim. Understand that the outer world is malleable, shaped by the energy of your thoughts and feelings. When you stop giving so much weight to what your senses report and instead prioritize your inner vision, you reclaim your power. You become the artist of your life, painting a masterpiece guided by the images in your imagination. This detachment is not indifference but mastery. You are not ignoring the world but transcending it, choosing to operate from a higher truth. You know that what you desire is more real than what you currently see because it is rooted in the infinite potential of your imagination. The senses can only perceive what is your mind creates what will be. As you practice detachment, you will notice subtle but profound changes. Opportunities will arise where none existed before. People and circumstances will align to support your vision. This is the natural law of creation, responding to your unwavering focus and belief. The outer world, once a reflection of limitation, will begin to mirror the limitless reality you hold within. Detachment from the senses is not easy, but it is the path to freedom. By refusing to be swayed by appearances and persisting in the reality of your imagination, you transcend the illusion of lack and limitation. You step into your role as the creator of your life, shaping a future that reflects the boundless possibilities of your inner world. The power to transform your life lies in one simple yet profound act: assuming the end as real. This principle is not a mere suggestion, it is the foundation upon which all manifestations rest. To assume the end as real means to live, in mind and feeling, as though your desired outcome is already accomplished. It is the art of claiming your vision with such conviction that the outer world must conform to your inner reality. Most people approach their desires with longing, hoping for fulfillment at some distant future point. But hope, while comforting, keeps your desires in the realm of the unattainable. It says, someday this will be mine, but never today. To assume the end as real is to bypass hope and step into certainty. It is to say, this is mine now, and to live from that truth, regardless of what the senses may tell you. When you assume the end, you are not pretending or lying to yourself. You are aligning with the unseen reality that already exists within you. The moment you conceive a desire, it is born in the realm of imagination. By assuming the end as real, you nurture this inner creation, giving it the energy and attention it needs to manifest in the physical world. The key to this practice lies in feeling. Your mind may accept an idea, but until you feel it as true, it remains inert. To assume the end as real, you must embody the emotions you would experience if your desire were already fulfilled. Imagine the joy, peace, or excitement you would feel and dwell in that state. Let it saturate your being until it becomes second nature. This emotional alignment is the secret that bridges the gap between the imagined and the real. It is natural to wonder how this process works, especially when the current circumstances appear unchanged. But consider the workings of a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you do not see immediate results. Yet you trust that beneath the soil the seed is germinating, growing roots, and preparing to sprout. In the same way, your assumption of the end sets unseen forces into motion. The outer world may take time to catch up, but rest assured it will. Doubt and impatience are the greatest enemies of this process. When you assume the end as real, you must resist the temptation to question its validity based on appearances. The world outside will often contradict your inner vision at first, reflecting the residue of old beliefs. But these contradictions are temporary. Persist in your assumption, and the outer world will eventually reshape itself to match your inner conviction. Now, many people falter because they look for signs or evidence before they are willing to believe. This is akin to demanding the harvest before planting the seed. To assume the end as real is to act with unwavering faith. You do not need proof, you become the proof by living in the state of your fulfilled desire. The more you embody this state, the more natural it feels, and the sooner it manifests. Gratitude plays a vital role in this process. When you feel gratitude for a desire already fulfilled, you affirm its reality within you. Gratitude is not reserved for what has physically appeared. It is a powerful acknowledgement of the unseen. By feeling grateful for your assumed end, you solidify your belief in its inevitability, drawing it closer with every passing moment. Action 2 aligns with your assumption. When you assume the end as real, your actions naturally flow from that state. You do not need to force or manipulate circumstances. Instead, you act in harmony with your vision. For example, if you assume yourself to be wealthy, you carry yourself with confidence and make decisions from a place of abundance. These actions, guided by your assumption, accelerate the process of manifestation. This practice requires persistence and discipline. The world will try to pull you back into old patterns of thought, urging you to focus on what is rather than what could be. But every time you return to the feeling of your fulfilled desire, you strengthen your connection to that reality. With time, your assumption becomes so deeply ingrained that it feels more real than the outer world. Assuming the end as real is not about ignoring challenges or avoiding responsibility. It is about reclaiming your creative power. It is a deliberate choice to see beyond limitations and to live from the truth of your infinite potential. When you assume the end, you align yourself with the natural laws of creation, which respond unfailingly to the energy of belief and feeling. As you practice this principle, you will witness profound changes in your life. Circumstances will shift, opportunities will arise, and the people and resources needed to fulfill your vision will come to you effortlessly. These changes are not coincidences, but the natural unfolding of your assumption. By living in the end, you become the architect of your reality, shaping a life that reflects the deepest desires of your heart. In assuming the end as real, you step into the realm of certainty. You no longer hope or wish you know. And in that knowing lies the power to create a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. The end is yours, now claim it, feel it, and watch as it unfolds before you. The act of persisting in your inner vision is the foundation of transforming your desires into reality. It is a discipline, a practice of unwavering faith, and a deep knowing that your inner world holds the key to shaping your outer experiences. To persist in your inner vision means to remain steadfast in your imagination, regardless of the challenges, doubts, or apparent contradictions in the physical world. It is a commitment to nurture your dream until it materializes, no matter how long it takes or how impossible it may seem. When you first conceive a desire, it is born in the realm of your imagination. This inner realm is boundless, infinite, and unencumbered by the limitations of time, space, or circumstance. Yet for many, the journey from imagination to manifestation is interrupted by doubt, fear, and a lack of persistence. The world outside may appear to deny your vision, presenting evidence that seems to contradict your desire. But this is where persistence becomes essential. It is not enough to momentarily visualize or briefly affirm your dreams. You must continuously return to your inner vision, affirming its truth and feeling its reality until it becomes second nature. The outer world is a reflection, a mirror of your inner state. It may take time for the reflection to change, as it is often slow to catch up with the shift in your consciousness. If you react to the delays or contradictions, you risk reinforcing the very conditions you seek to change. To persist in your inner vision is to rise above these distractions, holding firm to the reality you have created within. You must understand that the outer world has no power to create, it only echoes the convictions of your inner being. This persistence requires patience and trust. Like a gardener tending to a seed, you must nurture your vision, even when no immediate growth is visible. The seed, once planted, begins its work beneath the surface, drawing nourishment and expanding in ways unseen. Similarly, your inner vision is at work, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring it into physical form. Doubting the process or giving up too soon is like uprooting the seed before it has a chance to grow. The feeling of your vision's fulfillment is the vital force that fuels this process. It is not enough to think of your desire, you must feel as though it is already yours. The emotional energy of your conviction is what draws your vision from the unseen to the seen. Persist in this feeling, and it will become a living reality within you, so powerful that the outer world cannot help but align with it. There will be moments when the evidence of your senses challenges your resolve. You may face setbacks, delays, or opposition from those who cannot see your vision. These moments are not failures but opportunities to deepen your faith and strengthen your focus. Persistence means refusing to waver, no matter what. It means holding your inner vision above all else, knowing that it is more real than the temporary appearances of the world around you. Faith plays a central role in persistence. Faith is not blind optimism or wishful thinking, it is the conviction that what you have conceived in your imagination is already real in the unseen realm. It is the belief that the universe is working tirelessly to bring your vision to fruition. When you persist in this faith, you remain anchored, unshaken by doubts or delays. You trust the process, knowing that the timing of your manifestation is perfect, even if it is not immediately apparent. Gratitude can also reinforce your persistence. By feeling grateful for your vision, as though it is already fulfilled, you strengthen your connection to it. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from waiting to receiving. It is a powerful affirmation that your inner vision is not only possible but inevitable. Each moment of gratitude draws your vision closer, solidifying it in your consciousness and in the world. Persistence is not a passive state, it is active and deliberate. It requires daily commitment to your vision, revisiting it in your imagination, feeling it deeply, and acting in alignment with it. Your actions should reflect the reality of your inner vision, even before it appears in the physical world. If your vision is one of abundance, act with confidence and generosity. If your vision is one of love, carry yourself with the joy and peace of someone already cherished. These actions are not pretenses but expressions of your inner conviction. As you persist, you will notice subtle shifts in your outer reality. Opportunities will arise, circumstances will align, and the people needed to fulfill your vision will appear. These are not coincidences but the natural result of your unwavering focus and belief. The outer world must conform to the inner reality you have consistently nurtured. To persist in your inner vision is to claim your role as the creator of your life. It is to reject the notion of being a victim of circumstance and instead embrace your power to shape your reality. It is a journey of faith, patience, and unwavering commitment to the truth within you. By persisting, you prove to yourself and to the world that your dreams are not fleeting wishes but inevitable outcomes. You hold the key, persist, and the door to your desired life will surely open. Gratitude is the silent force that precedes every great manifestation. It is the bridge between longing and fulfillment, the energy that aligns your heart with the reality you wish to create. Gratitude is not merely a reaction to receiving what you desire, it is the seed you plant to bring that desire into being. To practice gratitude is to acknowledge the unseen reality of your dreams as though they already exist, affirming that the universe is constantly working in your favor. When you feel grateful for what you seek before it physically manifests, you signal to the universe that your desire is already fulfilled. Gratitude is not about pretending or deceiving yourself, it is about recognizing that your imagination is the true reality, the space where all creation begins. The moment you conceive a desire and feel grateful for its realization, you set the process of manifestation into motion. This gratitude anchors your vision in the present, transforming it from a distant hope into a present truth. Most people reserve gratitude for what they can see, touch, and experience tangibly. They wait for evidence before they feel thankful. Yet this approach often delays the manifestation of their desires, as it keeps them focused on lack and limitation. To manifest powerfully, you must reverse this order. Feel grateful now, not for what is missing, but for the unseen forces that are already bringing your vision into reality. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already possess in the unseen realm, amplifying your faith and accelerating the process of creation. Gratitude is a state of being, a way of aligning yourself with the frequency of abundance. When you dwell in this state, you vibrate in harmony with the energy of your desires. This harmony attracts corresponding experiences, people, and opportunities into your life. It is the law of resonance in action. What you feel internally will be reflected externally. Gratitude is not just an emotion, it is a creative force that transforms your inner world and in turn your outer circumstances. Feeling gratitude requires imagination and intention. Imagine the life you desire as if it were already yours. Close your eyes and step into that vision. See the details, hear the sounds, and most importantly, feel the emotions of living in that reality. Let the feeling of gratitude well up within you, knowing that what you seek is already unfolding. This practice strengthens your belief, replacing doubt with certainty and fear with faith. Gratitude also dissolves resistance. Resistance arises when you cling to fear, doubt, or the illusion of separation from your desires. These negative emotions create barriers between you and your dreams. Gratitude, on the other hand, softens these barriers. It opens your heart and mind, creating a state of receptivity that allows the flow of abundance into your life. When you feel grateful, you stop struggling and striving. You release the need to control outcomes and instead trust the process, knowing that everything is unfolding perfectly. Gratitude has the power to transform your perception of time. Often people grow impatient when their desires take longer to manifest than expected. They begin to doubt, questioning whether their efforts are in vain. But when you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from waiting to receiving. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment, reminding you that the fulfillment of your desire is not somewhere in the future, it is happening now in the unseen. This shift in perspective allows you to remain calm, confident, and connected to your vision, even when the outer world appears unchanged. Gratitude is also a declaration of trust. It is your way of saying to the universe, I know you are working for me. I trust your timing and your wisdom. This trust is essential because it aligns you with the natural flow of creation. When you resist or doubt, you disrupt this flow. But when you feel grateful, you harmonize with it, allowing your desires to come to you with ease and grace. The practice of gratitude does not require grand gestures or elaborate rituals. It can be as simple as taking a moment each day to reflect on your blessings, both seen and unseen. Write them down, speak them aloud, or hold them quietly in your heart. Focus not only on what you have, but also on what you are creating. Feel grateful for the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are on their way to you. Treat them as though they are already part of your life, and they will be. Gratitude also fosters humility and connection. It reminds you that you are not alone in this creative process. You are co-creating with a higher power, a divine intelligence that orchestrates all things. When you acknowledge this partnership through gratitude, you deepen your relationship with the universe. This connection brings a sense of peace and assurance, knowing that you are supported every step of the way. As you cultivate gratitude, you will notice its ripple effects in every area of your life. Your relationships will improve, as gratitude makes you more present, compassionate, and understanding. Your health and well-being will flourish, as gratitude reduces stress and fosters a sense of contentment. And most importantly, your ability to manifest will strengthen, as gratitude amplifies your creative power. Gratitude is more than a tool for manifestation, it is a way of life. It is the recognition of the infinite abundance that surrounds you, the acknowledgement that you are a powerful creator capable of shaping your reality. When you live in gratitude, you step into alignment with your highest self, becoming a magnet for all that you desire. Practice gratitude and watch as the world transforms to reflect the beauty and abundance you hold within. Releasing fear and doubt is essential to manifesting the life you desire. These emotions are the shadows that cloud your vision, preventing you from fully aligning with your inner power and the creative force of the universe. Fear and doubt are not inherent truths, they are learned responses, often rooted in past experiences, societal conditioning, or the illusions created by the physical world. They thrive on your attention, growing stronger the more you focus on them. To release them is to reclaim your creative authority and step into the freedom of possibility. Fear arises when you believe that something outside of yourself has the power to harm, limit, or deprive you. It is the result of forgetting your true nature as a creator, forgetting that your inner world shapes your outer reality. Doubt, on the other hand, is the questioning of your ability to manifest, the uncertainty that your desires are achievable or that you are worthy of them. Both emotions stem from a misalignment with your inner truth and an over-reliance on the evidence of the senses. The first step in releasing fear and doubt is to recognize them for what they are: illusions. They have no inherent power except the power you give them. Just as a shadow disappears when the light shines upon it, fear and doubt dissolve when you bring awareness to their unreality. They are not forces to be fought or resisted, they are energies to be observed and transcended. To release them, you must confront them with courage and clarity, understanding that they are temporary states, not permanent truths. Begin by identifying the thoughts and beliefs that give rise to your fear and doubt. Often they are rooted in stories you have been telling yourself, stories about failure, rejection, or lack. These stories may have been shaped by past experiences or external influences, but they are not fixed. You have the power to rewrite them. Ask yourself, are these thoughts serving me? Are they aligned with the life I wish to create? Most often, you will find that they are not. This realization is the first step toward letting them go. Next, replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. For every thought of fear, counter it with a thought of faith. For every moment of doubt, affirm your worthiness and ability to manifest. This process requires intention and repetition. The mind has been conditioned to default to fear and doubt, but with consistent effort you can retrain it to default to faith and confidence. Speak affirmations that resonate with your truth. I am capable, I am deserving, my desires are already mine. These affirmations act as seeds, gradually taking root in your subconscious mind. Visualization is another powerful tool for releasing fear and doubt. Close your eyes and imagine yourself living the life you desire. See the details, feel the emotions, and immerse yourself in the experience of your fulfilled vision. As you do this, notice any fear or doubt that arises. Rather than suppressing it, acknowledge it. Let it surface, and then consciously release it. Imagine it dissolving like mist in the morning sun, replaced by a sense of certainty and peace. Visualization not only helps you connect with your desired reality, but also strengthens your belief in its inevitability. Gratitude is a profound antidote to fear and doubt. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your attention from lack to abundance, from anxiety to assurance. Gratitude reminds you of the countless blessings in your life and the limitless possibilities before you. It reinforces the truth that the universe is on your side, always working in your favor. By cultivating gratitude, You create a state of receptivity that leaves no room for fear and doubt to take hold. Releasing fear and doubt also requires trusting the process of life. Understand that you are not alone in this journey. A higher power, a divine intelligence, is always guiding you, orchestrating events and circumstances to align with your desires. Trust that what you seek is seeking you, that every delay or obstacle is merely a stepping stone toward your ultimate good. This trust is not blind, it is born of the recognition that the universe operates with perfect wisdom and timing. Surrender to this process, and you will find that fear and doubt naturally fade away. Action is another powerful way to overcome fear and doubt. When you take steps toward your goals, even small ones, you build confidence and momentum. Action signals to your mind that you are committed, that you believe in your ability to succeed. It transforms abstract desires into tangible progress, dissolving the inertia of fear and doubt. Each action you take strengthens your belief in yourself and your vision. Surround yourself with positivity. Seek out people, environments, and experiences that uplift and inspire you. Fear and doubt often feed on negativity, so immerse yourself in sources of light and encouragement. Whether it's a supportive community, motivational content, or time spent in nature, find what nourishes your spirit and renews your faith. To release fear and doubt is to step into your power as a creator. It is to choose faith over fear, certainty over skepticism, and love over limitation. It is a process of remembering who you are, a being of infinite potential, capable of shaping your reality through thought, feeling, and belief. As you let go of fear and doubt, you open the door to a life of freedom, abundance, and joy. Trust in the power within you and watch as the universe mirrors your inner transformation in ways beyond your imagination. To align with abundance rather than scarcity is to shift your entire perspective on life. Abundance is not simply about material wealth, it is a mindset, a state of being, and a way of perceiving the world. It is the recognition that the universe is infinite in its capacity to provide, that there is always enough, and that you are inherently deserving of all that you desire. Scarcity, on the other hand, is the belief in limitation, the fear that resources are finite, and the assumption that what you seek is difficult or impossible to attain. Aligning with abundance means breaking free from the mental and emotional chains of scarcity and embracing the truth of infinite possibility. The first step in aligning with abundance is understanding that abundance is a choice. It begins in your mind and radiates outward into your reality. What you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you attract more lack. If you focus on abundance, you invite more abundance into your life. This is not wishful thinking, but a fundamental principle of creation. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs act as magnets, drawing corresponding experiences to you. To align with abundance, you must train yourself to think abundantly, even in the face of appearances that suggest otherwise. Scarcity often masquerades as practicality. It tells you to settle for less, to cling tightly to what you have, and to fear losing it. It convinces you that your dreams are too big, or that the resources to achieve them are out of reach. But scarcity is an illusion, a mental construct that distorts your perception of reality. The universe operates on principles of overflow and expansion. Nature offers countless examples of abundance: the endless waves of the ocean, the countless stars in the sky, the boundless growth of plants and animals. These are reminders that abundance is the natural state of existence. To align with abundance, you must confront and release the limiting beliefs that keep you rooted in scarcity. These beliefs are often inherited from society, family, or past experiences, but they are not absolute truths. Begin by questioning these beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? Is it serving me? What evidence do I have to the contrary? Often you will find that these beliefs crumble under scrutiny, revealing the freedom to think and feel differently. Replace them with empowering beliefs, such as there is always enough, I am worthy of abundance, and the universe supports me in all ways. Gratitude is a powerful tool for aligning with abundance. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. This shift not only uplifts your mood but also aligns your energy with the frequency of abundance. Gratitude is a declaration of sufficiency. It affirms that you are already blessed, that the universe has already provided for you, and that more blessings are on their way. Practice gratitude daily. Acknowledge the big and small things in your life that bring you joy, comfort, and fulfillment. As you do, you will find that the flow of abundance becomes more apparent and more consistent. Visualization is another key practice for aligning with abundance. Take time to imagine the life you desire as if it is already yours. See yourself living in the home you dream of, experiencing the relationships you long for, and enjoying the financial freedom you seek. Feel the emotions of this reality: joy, peace, and satisfaction. Visualization is not about escaping reality, but about creating it. When you vividly imagine abundance, you program your subconscious mind to seek opportunities and take actions that align with this vision. You also send a clear signal to the universe about what you are ready to receive. Generosity is an expression of abundance. When you give freely, whether it's your time, resources, or attention, you affirm that you have enough to share. This act breaks the grip of scarcity, which tells you to hoard and protect what you have. Generosity creates a flow of energy, and in that flow, abundance grows. The more you give with a spirit of joy and love, the more you receive in return. This is not a transactional process, but a natural consequence of living in alignment with abundance. Faith is essential to this alignment. Scarcity often breeds fear and doubt, convincing you that abundance is a distant or unlikely reality. But abundance requires trusting yourself, in the process of life, and in the infinite resources of the universe. Trust that what you seek is already seeking you. Trust that every delay or obstacle is a stepping stone to your greater good. This faith is not blind optimism, but a deep knowing that abundance is your birthright, available to you in every moment. Align your actions with abundance. Act as if you are already abundant. This doesn't mean reckless spending or pretending to be someone you're not. It means embodying the qualities of abundance, confidence, generosity, and openness. It means pursuing your goals with courage, making decisions from a place of trust rather than fear, and treating yourself and others with the respect that abundance entails. When your actions align with an abundant mindset, you create a powerful synergy that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. Aligning with abundance is not a one-time event, but a daily practice. It requires vigilance over your thoughts, commitment to your vision, and patience with the process. As you cultivate this alignment, you will notice shifts in your reality. Opportunities will arise, resources will appear, and your sense of well-being will deepen. You will move from a life of striving and scarcity to one of ease and fulfillment, knowing that abundance is not something you chase, it is something you are. In conclusion, aligning with abundance is about transforming your mindset, embracing gratitude, and releasing the illusions of fear, doubt, and scarcity. It is about stepping into your true nature as a creator, recognizing the infinite possibilities available to you, and trusting that the universe always works in your favor. By focusing on abundance, visualizing your desires, and taking aligned action, you open the door to a life of ease, joy, and prosperity. Remember, abundance is not something outside of you, it begins within. The shift is not about accumulating wealth or possessions alone, but about embodying a state of peace, confidence, and trust in life's infinite provisions. Your journey is uniquely yours, and every step forward strengthens your alignment with the life you deserve. Thank you for embarking on this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. May your path be filled with blessings, and may abundance flow to you effortlessly and endlessly. Ladies and gentlemen, do not waver in your declarations. Even when the outer world shows no sign of change, persist in your inner knowing. Speak these lines every morning with unwavering confidence, for they carry the power to transform your reality. Awareness is the foundation upon which all creation begins. It is the very essence that gives birth to your reality. Before anything can manifest in your external world, it first takes shape in your awareness. Without awareness, there can be no creation, no desire, no transformation. It is the seed that plants your deepest desires and dreams into the fertile soil of the subconscious mind, where they begin to grow and eventually materialize in the physical world. You must understand that everything you experience, everything that surrounds you, begins with your awareness. The way you see the world, the way you perceive yourself, and the way you believe things work, all stem from the lens through which you observe life. Your awareness shapes your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Consider that your awareness is not just passive observation, it is active. The moment you become aware of something, you begin to focus your energy upon it. Whether it's a problem, a desire, or a goal, the very act of focusing your awareness on it activates the process of creation. This is why it's crucial to guard what you place your attention on. The energy you direct toward an idea, whether positive or negative, will start to build and grow. Like a plant that needs light to grow, your awareness feeds the thoughts and beliefs that will ultimately shape your external experience. When you become aware of something, you bring it into your consciousness, and in doing so, you give it life. If you wish to create a different reality, the first step is to become aware of what you want to manifest. This is not merely a mental exercise, it's a state of being. Awareness is not about thinking about something, it's about embodying the idea that your desire is already a reality. Your awareness must align with the energy of the outcome you seek, not just the desire itself, but the feeling of already having it. Awareness is not something that can be forced. It cannot be rushed. It requires patience and practice. Becoming aware of your inner world, of your deepest desires, requires you to sit in stillness and reflect. It asks you to listen to the whispers of your soul. It requires you to quiet the noise of doubt, fear, and distraction, so you can hear the true calling of your heart. This is where the process of mindfulness becomes powerful. Mindfulness teaches you to direct your awareness to the present moment, and it is in the present moment that all creation occurs. When you focus on the now, without regret for the past or anxiety for the future, you align yourself with the universal flow of energy. In this state of alignment, creation happens effortlessly. When your awareness is grounded in the present, it becomes a powerful tool for manifesting your desires. Your awareness also holds the key to transforming your inner dialogue. What you focus on in your mind, what you affirm in your thoughts, becomes a reflection of what you experience in your life. If you are constantly aware of limitations, lack, and fear, then those are the things that will continue to manifest in your reality. But if you shift your awareness to abundance, possibility, and success, those things will also become your reality. So awareness brings attention, and attention brings energy. Energy moves toward the focal point of your awareness, which is why your mindset plays such an integral role in the creative process. You are the master of your awareness. You have the power to decide where your focus goes. When you become intentional about where you place your awareness, you are choosing what your life will become. It is the most powerful tool you have in your ability to create. By cultivating an awareness of the present moment, an awareness of your desires, and an awareness of your own power, you become the conscious creator of your world. In this way, awareness truly is the seed of all creation, for it is the starting point of every thought, every idea, and every experience that eventually unfolds in your life. When you declare something as already yours, you are stepping into a state of complete alignment with your goals. You are not waiting for the universe to respond or for circumstances to change. Instead, you are assuming the feeling of already having what you desire. This is not about merely speaking words, it's about embodying the feeling that your desire has already been fulfilled. This shift is the difference between a dream and its manifestation. The act of declaring what you desire as already yours requires you to fully trust in the power of your own mind. The mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It simply follows the instructions you give it. By declaring your desire as already yours, you are programming your mind to act in accordance with this truth. Your subconscious begins to see it as a reality and starts working to bring that reality into the physical world. This practice of declaration is powerful because it shifts your vibration. When you speak as if your desires are already yours, You align your energy with the frequency of abundance, success, and fulfillment. Your words carry a vibration that resonates with the universe. The energy of your desires, now embodied in your speech and thoughts, begins to attract the conditions necessary for your desires to manifest. This is the essence of the law of attraction. Like attracts like. When you declare your desires as already yours, you begin to walk in that belief. You carry yourself with the confidence of someone who has already achieved their dreams. This energy is contagious. Of people, opportunities, and circumstances will begin to align with your vibration, as if they are responding to the certainty you exude. The more you declare what you want as already in your possession, the more you will see evidence of it appearing in your life. This practice also helps to dissolve the barriers of time and space. Many people see time as a barrier to their desires, thinking that it will take years for their dreams to manifest. However, when you declare that your desires are already yours, you collapse the illusion of time. You begin to experience the joy, the abundance, and the success of already having it, and in doing so, you shift the timeline of your manifestation. To declare what you desire as already yours is to take ownership of your future now. It is to claim what is rightfully yours, to affirm that nothing can stand in the way of your desires coming to fruition. The world responds to your certainty. When you believe it is already yours, the universe moves to make it so. By embodying this belief and speaking it with conviction, you are commanding your desires into existence, allowing them to unfold before you with grace and ease. You are the creator of your reality. By declaring what you want as already yours, you align yourself with the power of creation, and in doing so, you bring your desires into your life faster and more effortlessly than you ever imagined possible. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, and it holds the key to unlocking your ability to manifest your desires. It is the gateway through which all manifestations flow, a portal that connects your current reality with the limitless potential of the universe. When you cultivate a deep sense of gratitude, you align yourself with the abundance that is already present in your life. And in doing so, you activate the universal law of attraction to bring more of what you desire into your experience. The act of gratitude is not just a simple acknowledgement of the good things in your life, it is a transformative energy that shifts your vibrational frequency. When you express true gratitude, you are acknowledging that what you desire has already arrived in spirit, even before it has appeared in physical form. Gratitude is a feeling of appreciation for the present moment, a recognition that everything you need is already provided for. This feeling of appreciation amplifies your connection to the energy of abundance, drawing more of it into your life. This works because it changes the way you perceive the world around you. It moves you from a state of lack or wanting to a state of abundance. When you focus on what is already present, rather than what is missing, you begin to notice the countless blessings that surround you. Even in moments of challenge or difficulty, practicing gratitude helps you to see the silver lining, the lessons, and the growth opportunities that are hidden within those moments. This shift in perspective is crucial to manifestation because it opens your mind to receiving more of what you want. The energy of gratitude creates a magnetic field around you, attracting more positive experiences, people, and opportunities into your life. Just like a magnet draws metal objects to it, gratitude draws circumstances and events that are in harmony with your desires. When you are thankful for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. The universe responds to the energy you emit, and if that energy is one of gratitude, the flow of abundance increases. It is as if the universe says, "Here is more for you are already in alignment with the abundance of the universe." One of the most powerful aspects of gratitude is that it requires you to live in the present moment. In a world filled with distractions and constant desire for more, it is easy to forget the present and focus only on what is yet to come. However, when you are grateful, you bring yourself back to the now. You stop chasing after future outcomes and instead revel in the richness of the present moment. This is important because manifestation occurs in the present, not in the future. When you are present and grateful, you are aligned with the energy of creation, and that is where the magic happens. Gratitude also shifts your mindset from one of competition and comparison to one of abundance and collaboration. Instead of feeling envious of others or believing there is not enough to go around, gratitude opens your heart to the realization that there is more than enough for everyone. You begin to celebrate the success of others because you understand that their abundance does not diminish yours. This mindset of abundance attracts even more into your life because it sends the message that you are open to receiving and sharing with others, which further activates the flow of manifestation. Another aspect of gratitude is its ability to dissolve fear and doubt. When you focus on the things you are thankful for, your attention is diverted away from worries and anxieties. You stop fearing the unknown, the obstacles, or the things that could go wrong. Instead, you begin to focus on all that is going right, which reinforces your belief that you are on the right path. Fear and doubt are two of the biggest blockers to manifestation because they create resistance and uncertainty. Gratitude replaces that resistance with trust, faith, and a sense of knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. To truly harness the power of gratitude in your life, it must become a consistent practice. This means taking time each day, even in the smallest moments, to acknowledge and appreciate what is around you. Whether it is the warmth of the sun, the smile of a loved one, or the opportunities that are beginning to open up for you, gratitude turns every experience into a potential gateway to manifestation. As you express your thanks, you align yourself more and more with the energy of abundance, and that energy can only attract more of the same. Gratitude, then, is not just a passive feeling or a simple practice, it is an active force that propels you toward the fulfillment of your desires. It is the emotional fuel that powers the engine of manifestation. The more you embrace gratitude, the more you invite the universe to deliver what you have asked for. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are open to all the blessings it has to offer. And the more you express that openness, the more you will see those blessings begin to flow into your life in miraculous ways. Your words hold creative power, more potent than you may realize. Every word you speak is a vibration that carries with it the energy to shape your reality. Whether you are speaking to others or to yourself, the words you use create and influence the world around you. Words are not just sounds or symbols, they are the foundation of creation. They are tools that can build, transform, and manifest whatever you desire, for they are the bridge between your inner world and the outer reality. What you say both aloud and in your mind becomes your truth. Words are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Just as a seed grows into the fruit it represents, the words you speak will grow into the experiences and circumstances that reflect those words. If you speak with conviction and clarity, your words will align with your desires, pushing them into the physical world. If you speak with doubt or negativity, those words will manifest limitations and obstacles. Every time you speak, you send out vibrations into the universe. These vibrations interact with the world around you, attracting circumstances, people, and situations that match the energy of your words. This is the essence of the law of attraction, like attracts like. If you constantly speak words of positivity, abundance, and gratitude, you will attract those things into your life. If you speak words of fear, lack, or frustration, you will create more experiences that reflect those emotions. The universe has no choice but to respond to the energy you are putting out through your words. It's important to understand that words do not only have power when spoken aloud. Your inner dialogue, the words you repeat to yourself silently, are just as influential. The thoughts you entertain and the language you use internally shape your beliefs, actions, and outcomes. If you find yourself constantly saying, "I can't," or "this will never happen," those words create a barrier, locking you into a reality where your desires remain out of reach. However, if you replace those words with affirmations like "I can," "I am capable," and "I am worthy," you unlock the door to new possibilities. Your words also hold creative power because they are connected to your emotions. Every word carries with it an emotional charge that amplifies its impact. For example, when you say "I am happy," if you truly feel the emotion behind those words, they hold much more power than if you say them without conviction. The emotional charge behind the words intensifies the frequency they emit, creating a stronger magnetic pull on the experiences you wish to manifest. Words without emotion are simply noise, but words spoken with heartfelt intention are the creative force that brings your dreams to life. This creative power is not limited to just personal desires. Words can also influence your relationships, your career, your health, and every area of your life. If you are constantly speaking negatively about a relationship, saying things like "they never understand me" or "this will never work," you are shaping the energy of that relationship to align with those words. On the other hand, if you speak with love, understanding, and gratitude, you will begin to see those qualities reflected in your interactions. The words you use in your daily communication create the foundation for how others respond to you and how situations unfold. The power of words extends to your dreams and goals as well. When you speak about your future, are you speaking with certainty or uncertainty? Are you affirming your desires as already yours, or are you speaking as if they are distant and unattainable? Your words can either reinforce your belief in your ability to succeed or undermine your confidence. If you say, "I am moving toward my goals with ease and grace," you are sending a message to your subconscious mind that you are on the path to success. Your mind then begins to align with that belief, creating the conditions for you to manifest your goals. On the other hand, saying "I will never get there" only keeps you stuck in a state of limitation. One of the most powerful ways to harness the creative power of your words is through affirmations. By speaking words of affirmation daily, you affirm to yourself that you are worthy, capable, and deserving of everything you desire. Affirmations help you reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. By consistently speaking positive words, you begin to shift your energy and the world around you. This shift may not happen overnight, but as you continue to speak with conviction, your reality begins to reflect the words you speak. Your words hold the power to create your reality. They are not just expressions, they are creative forces that shape your life, your circumstances, and your future. By speaking with intention, positivity, and belief, you activate the creative power within you. The universe responds to the energy of your words, and as you speak the language of abundance, love, and possibility, you draw these experiences closer to you. The more mindful and conscious you become of the words you speak, the more you realize the immense power they hold to shape your world. Doubt is one of the most insidious forces that can block the manifestation of your desires. It plants seeds of fear and uncertainty that distort your vision of what is possible. When you allow doubt to control your thoughts, it weakens your ability to believe in your own power to create the life you want. On the other hand, faith is the force that propels you forward, even in the face of uncertainty. To silence doubt and speak faith is to take control of your inner dialogue and begin to direct your life consciously with the unwavering belief that everything you desire is already on its way to you. The act of silencing doubt does not mean that fear or uncertainty won't arise. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience, and it will often try to creep into your mind, especially when you're on the verge of a breakthrough. However, you have the power to override those thoughts with the energy of faith. When you choose to focus on your belief in what is possible, you stop giving power to the doubts that would otherwise hold you back. Faith is not the absence of fear or doubt, but the decision to move forward in spite of it. It is the decision to trust in the unseen, to trust in the process, and to trust in the certainty that your desires are already unfolding. Speaking faith is a powerful tool for manifesting your dreams. Words have creative power, and when you speak with faith, you align your words with your desires. Faith is the language of the universe, the vibration that draws your dreams into reality. Every time you speak words of faith, you are affirming that what you desire is already yours. When you say, "I believe in my ability to succeed," you are sending out a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. You are also reaffirming this belief within yourself, reinforcing your own confidence and trust in your power. On the contrary, when you speak doubt, you are sending out a message that contradicts your desires. Words like "I can't," "I'm not good enough," or "this will never happen" create an energy that repels your desires. Doubt is a force that sets up resistance, creating a wall between you and your manifestations. These words block the flow of abundance and make it harder for you to attract what you want. The more you speak doubt, the more you reinforce the belief that your dreams are out of reach. The universe responds to the energy of your words. So when you speak doubt, you align with a reality that matches those beliefs. The key to silencing doubt and speaking faith is to make a conscious decision to redirect your thoughts and words. It's about shifting your focus from what you fear might happen to what you know is possible. Start by noticing when doubt arises, and rather than allowing it to take root, replace it with a statement of faith. When a thought like "what if this doesn't work" enters your mind, immediately counter it with "I trust that everything is working out for me." When you find yourself saying "I'm not sure if I'm capable," replace it with "I am fully capable of achieving my dreams and I am on the right path." In this way, you actively train your mind to speak words of faith rather than doubt. You create a habit of choosing faith, and the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. It becomes easier to trust in the process and to see the possibilities rather than the obstacles. The more you speak faith, the more you cultivate a deep belief in your own power, and this belief is what will ultimately bring your desires into manifestation. Silencing doubt is not about suppressing your emotions or ignoring your fears. It's about choosing to place your focus on what you want rather than what you fear. You do not need to deny the existence of doubt, but you can choose not to let it control you. Instead, you can choose to speak faith and believe in the certainty of your success. Faith is a muscle, and like any muscle, it needs to be exercised regularly in order to grow stronger. By speaking faith each day, you begin to build a foundation of unwavering belief in your ability to create your reality. Every affirmation, every positive word, every declaration of faith is an investment in your future. Over time, this consistent practice transforms your mindset, allowing you to move through life with confidence, knowing that everything you need is already on its way to you. To silence doubt and speak faith is to embrace the full power of your creative potential. When you consistently speak words of faith, you align with the energy of abundance and possibility. The universe responds to your words, and as you continue to speak with faith, you will see the world around you begin to shift. The doors to your desires will open, and the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will dissolve. By choosing faith over doubt, you not only change your mindset, but you change your reality. You become a magnet for the desires you have already claimed as yours, and you move forward with the knowledge that nothing is impossible for you. You are the author of your day. Every morning when you awaken, you have the opportunity to script your life, to set the tone, and to choose how you will move through the hours ahead. Just as an author creates the narrative of a story, you too have the power to create the narrative of your life each day. The choices you make, the thoughts you think, and the words you speak all contribute to the story you are writing. Whether you realize it or not, you are the one holding the pen, and every moment is an opportunity to choose the direction of your life. The beginning of your day is a blank page, an untouched canvas, and it is up to you how you fill it. You can approach your day with intention, planning the actions and mindset that will help you achieve your goals. Or you can let the day unfold randomly, allowing external circumstances and reactions to determine your emotional and mental state. The key is that ultimately it's your choice. You have the power to take control of your day, to write it in the way you desire, and to consciously create the experiences you want to have. When you understand that you are the author, you begin to see that every moment holds the potential for creation. Your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions are the words that form the sentences of your life. If you think negatively or expect obstacles, that's what your day will reflect. If you wake up with gratitude, confidence, and a clear sense of purpose, you set the stage for a day filled with positive opportunities and outcomes. By consciously choosing your thoughts, you guide the direction of your day, ensuring it aligns with your highest aspirations. The words you speak are also an integral part of the story you are writing. Every statement, whether directed at others or yourself, carries energy that shapes your reality. If you speak words of kindness, encouragement, and affirmation, you are reinforcing a positive, empowering narrative. On the other hand, if you speak words of doubt, frustration, or negativity, you can unknowingly shift your day into a series of struggles and challenges. Just as an author chooses each word carefully to develop a story, you too must choose your words carefully. Each word you speak is a brushstroke that colors your day, and the more conscious you are of the language you use, the more power you have to create the story you want to live. It's also important to recognize that, as the author of your day, you have the power to rewrite your story at any time. If a chapter of your day is not going the way you want, you have the ability to change course. You are not bound by any previous moment or situation. Every minute is a new opportunity to shift your mindset, make a new choice, and reframe your perspective. Just like an author can revise their draft to improve the flow or direction of the plot, you too can revise the course of your day. If something goes wrong, you can choose to view it as a lesson, an opportunity for growth, or a challenge that makes you stronger. You are not a passive observer of your day, you are the one directing it. The way you begin your morning is especially powerful, as it sets the tone for everything that follows. A morning routine that nourishes your mind, body, and spirit can create a ripple effect of positivity and productivity throughout the rest of your day. When you take the time to center yourself in the morning, whether through meditation, visualization, affirmations, or simply taking a moment to be grateful, you are consciously deciding to author a day of success, peace, and fulfillment. The foundation you lay in the morning creates a momentum that carries you through the hours ahead, allowing you to remain focused, clear, and positive no matter what challenges arise. Life is not always smooth, and it's natural to encounter difficulties and obstacles. But remember, even in those moments, you are still the author. How you respond to challenges is just as important as how you begin your day. You have the power to choose how you react, what meaning you give to situations, and what action you will take. Even in the face of adversity, you can choose to stay in alignment with your highest purpose and write a story of resilience and strength. Your power lies in your ability to choose your perspective and response, regardless of external circumstances. Your day is yours to create. You have the power to choose your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Every decision you make shapes your story and contributes to the larger narrative of your life. By becoming conscious of the fact that you are the author, you take full responsibility for the story you are writing. You no longer allow life to simply happen to you. Instead, you actively create the experiences, emotions, and outcomes that align with your desires. So as you move through your day, remember that you hold the pen. Write your story with intention, with purpose, and with the unwavering belief that the life you desire is already unfolding, one page at a time. In conclusion, remember that you are the author of your own day, and by extension, the author of your own life. The thoughts you think, the words you speak, and the actions you take are the building blocks of your reality. Every moment offers you a chance to rewrite the script, to adjust your course, and to create a life that reflects your highest aspirations. By embracing the power of choice and consciously shaping your day, you unlock the potential to manifest your desires and live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on this journey of self-empowerment. May you continue to write your story with intention and belief, knowing that the life you desire is within your reach. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a vast, boundless ocean. The waves rise and fall, but the depths remain undisturbed. This ocean is your inner self, infinite and powerful. Yet, so often we forget to explore its depths, instead choosing to sail the shallow waters of comparison and external focus. Imagine standing in front of a mirror, not just to see your reflection, but to truly observe yourself, the depths of your being, the desires that stir within, and the thoughts that shape your reality. The act of turning inward, of delving into the silence of your own soul, is the most profound journey you can undertake. This journey is what we call inner reflection, and it holds the key to unlocking your greatest potential. It is not an escape from the world, but a rediscovery of the power that has always been within you. Through reflection, you begin to understand that your life is not shaped by the opinions of others or the circumstances you find yourself in. Instead, it is shaped by your beliefs, your emotions, and the thoughts you entertain most frequently. You are the architect of your reality, and inner reflection is the blueprint. It allows you to see the patterns in your thinking that have created your current experience. Perhaps you have been carrying limiting beliefs, thoughts of unworthiness, fear, or doubt that have kept you from stepping into your power. Reflection brings these beliefs to the surface, not to shame or condemn you, but to give you the opportunity to release them. The process of inner reflection requires courage. It asks you to confront not only your dreams but also your fears and insecurities. It is tempting to look away, to distract yourself with the busyness of life. But true growth comes from facing yourself honestly and with compassion. In doing so, you begin to see that your fears are not as overwhelming as they seemed. They are merely shadows cast by the light of your awareness. Once you shine that light on them, they begin to dissolve. Inner reflection is not a one-time event but a continual practice. Just as you would regularly care for your physical body, your inner world requires attention and nurturing. Take time each day to sit in silence, to ask yourself meaningful questions, and to listen deeply to the answers that arise. What do you truly want? What brings you joy? What beliefs are holding you back? These questions are doorways to understanding yourself on a deeper level. The more you practice, the clearer your path becomes. As you deepen your inner reflection, you will notice a shift in your outer reality. This is the miraculous nature of life. The outer world is a mirror of your inner state. When you cultivate peace within, your relationships become more harmonious. When you embrace abundance within, opportunities flow to you effortlessly. When you love yourself fully, you attract love from others. The world does not create you, you create the world you experience. Inner reflection empowers you to take full ownership of this creative process. One of the most beautiful gifts of inner reflection is the realization that you are enough, just as you are. You do not need to prove your worth or seek validation from others. The more you connect with your inner self, the more you see that your value is intrinsic. You are not defined by your achievements, your possessions, or your relationships. These things may enhance your life, but they do not determine your worth. Reflection helps you strip away these external layers and reconnect with the essence of who you are. In this space of reflection, you also discover that you are never truly alone. Within you lies a connection to something greater, a divine presence, an infinite intelligence, or simply the vastness of your own soul. This presence is always with you, guiding and supporting you, even in your darkest moments. When you feel lost or uncertain, turn inward. Trust that the answers you seek are already within you, waiting to be revealed. Inner reflection is not about perfection, it is about progress. The world may try to convince you that the answers lie outside of you, but celebrating the courage it takes to look accumulation of wealth. Each step you take on this journey brings you closer to the life you desire. These pursuits, while they may bring temporary satisfaction, and as you grow, you can never fill the void within. The same. True fulfillment comes from knowing yourself, creates a ripple effect, from aligning with your touching the lives of those around, and from living authentically. Inner reflection is the compass that guides you back to this truth, time and time again. As you stand before the mirror of your own soul, embrace what you see. The journey inward is the most important journey you will ever take, for it leads you to the infinite power, wisdom, and love that reside within you. Focus on this, nurture it, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined possible. In a world filled with constant connectivity and endless streams of information, it is easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. From the moment you wake up and check your phone to the interactions you have throughout the day, the lives of others are on display. Their successes, possessions, appearances, and even their curated moments of happiness seem to scream, "Look at me." It is a natural response to measure your own life against what you see. Yet this act of comparison is built on a foundation of illusion. The belief that someone else's journey has anything to do with your own is one of the greatest misconceptions we carry. Comparison is deceptive because it draws your attention outward, away from the only thing that truly matters, yourself. When you compare yourself to others, you are often comparing your behind-the-scenes struggles to their highlight reel. What you see of someone else's life is never the full picture. It is filtered, edited, and often exaggerated to create an image of perfection. But perfection itself is an illusion. No matter how flawless a person's life may seem, it is built on the same foundation of highs and lows, triumphs and challenges as yours. By comparing yourself to an incomplete and often distorted version of another's reality, you are setting yourself up for unnecessary pain and dissatisfaction. This illusion of external comparison thrives on insecurity. When you feel unsure of your own worth, it becomes tempting to look outward for validation. You seek confirmation that you are enough by measuring yourself against others. But this approach is flawed, for it assumes that your value can be quantified in relation to someone else's. It cannot. Your worth is inherent and independent of any external metric. No one else can diminish or enhance it. The act of comparing is like chasing a mirage. The closer you get, the further away it seems. Satisfaction through comparison is always out of reach. External comparison is a thief of joy. Imagine this: you achieve something you have worked hard for, something that once seemed impossible. But instead of celebrating your success, you compare it to someone else's. Suddenly, your achievement feels small, your effort insignificant. The joy you felt moments ago is replaced by doubt and envy. This is the cost of comparison. It robs you of the ability to appreciate your own journey. You deserve to celebrate your victories, no matter how they measure up to others. Your path is unique, and your growth is worth honoring. What makes comparison even more insidious is its ability to distract you from your purpose. When you focus on what others are doing, you lose sight of your own goals and desires. You begin to chase things that do not truly align with who you are, simply because they seem desirable in someone else's life. But what brings fulfillment to one person may bring emptiness to another. By trying to replicate someone else's success, you deny yourself the opportunity to create a life that is authentically yours. Comparison leads you away from your truth, while self-awareness brings you closer to it. To escape the illusion of external comparison, you must first understand that no two journeys are the same. Each person is walking their own path, shaped by their unique experiences, challenges, and desires. And you cannot compare your beginning to someone else's middle, or your middle to someone else's end. The timeline of your life is yours alone, and it unfolds at its own perfect pace. Trusting this process requires letting go of the need to measure your progress against others. Instead, focus on your own growth, your own milestones, and your own joy. Another way to free yourself from comparison is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing others' successes as a reflection of your inadequacy, view them as inspiration. Celebrate their achievements as proof that what you desire is possible. Let their victories ignite a sense of possibility within you, rather than a sense of lack. When you shift from envy to admiration, you open yourself up to the abundance of life. There is enough success, love, and happiness to go around. Another person's light does not diminish your own, it only adds to the collective brilliance. It is also essential to cultivate gratitude. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, the need to compare begins to fade. Gratitude grounds you in the present moment and reminds you of the abundance already in your life. It shifts your attention from what is outside of you to what is within. The more you practice gratitude, the more you realize that you lack nothing. You are whole, complete, and capable of creating a life that fulfills you. Remember that your value does not come from what you have or how you appear to others. It comes from who you are at your core. No external comparison can ever define you. Let go of the illusion of external comparison. With gifts, talents, and qualities that no one else possesses. Release the need to measure your life against anyone else's. Your worth is not something to be proven, it is something to be embraced. The more you connect with this truth, the less power comparison will have over you. In doing so, you will discover that everything you have been searching for outside of you has been within you all along. Your path is yours and it is enough. You are enough. Imagine holding a magnifying glass under the sun. As the light passes through, it focuses into a single, powerful beam capable of igniting even the driest kindling. The scattered rays of the sun become concentrated energy, transforming into something extraordinary. This is a simple yet profound metaphor for your life. Energy flows where focus goes. Whatever you consistently direct your attention to, you empower and amplify. It becomes the force that shapes your experiences, your emotions, and ultimately your destiny. Your mind is a vast reservoir of creative energy, but much of this energy is wasted when it is dispersed. In every moment, you are surrounded by countless distractions, notifications, obligations, conversations, and thoughts pulling you in different directions. If your attention is scattered across these diversions, your energy becomes diluted, and your ability to create meaningful change diminishes. However, when you focus your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward a single intention, you align your energy like the concentrated beam of the magnifying glass, creating extraordinary outcomes. This is not merely wishful thinking, it is a law of the mind. Your thoughts and emotions act like seeds planted in the fertile soil of your consciousness. Whatever you water with your attention grows. If you focus on lack, scarcity will take root. If you focus on abundance, prosperity will bloom. The soil does not judge the seed, it simply nurtures whatever is planted. In the same way, your mind responds to your focus without question, cultivating whatever you consistently feed it. To harness this power, you must first become aware of where your focus is going. Take a moment to reflect on your daily thoughts. Are they consumed by negativity, doubt, or resentment? Or do they gravitate toward hope, love, and empowerment? Awareness is the first step to change. Once you understand where your attention has been flowing, you can redirect it toward what truly matters to you. Redirecting your focus requires intentionality. It is not enough to passively hope for better outcomes. You must actively choose where to direct your energy. Start by setting clear intentions. What do you want to create, experience, or achieve? Be specific. A vague focus leads to scattered energy, but clarity acts as a compass, guiding your thoughts and actions in alignment with your goals. As you set your intentions, it is essential to back them with unwavering belief. Energy flows most powerfully when it is supported by faith and conviction. Doubt creates resistance, scattering your energy and diluting your focus. Trust in the process, even if the results are not immediately visible. Just as a seed takes time to sprout, the manifestations of your focus require patience and persistence. Discipline is also a vital part of this practice. Your attention is like a muscle that needs regular exercise to grow stronger. The world is full of distractions that vie for your energy, tempting you to stray from your intentions. It is easy to fall into patterns of mindless scrolling, reactive emotions, or self-doubt. Discipline helps you reclaim your focus, redirecting your energy back to what truly matters. Emotions are another critical component of where your energy flows. Your feelings act as amplifiers, intensifying the power of your focus. When you pair your thoughts with emotions like gratitude, excitement, or love, you supercharge your energy. It is not enough to think positively, you must feel it deeply. Your emotions are the fuel that drives your focus forward, propelling your intentions into action. But focusing your energy is not just about achieving goals, it is also about transforming how you experience life. When you direct your attention toward the present moment, you tap into a profound sense of peace and joy. Many people live in a state of mental chaos, either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. But the present is where your true power lies. By focusing on the here and now, you reclaim your energy from the distractions of time, grounding yourself in the fullness of life. Remember, where your focus goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, life grows. This is not just a concept, it is a practice. Every thought you entertain, every feeling you cultivate, and every action you take sends ripples of energy into the universe. These ripples return to you in the form of experiences, opportunities, and outcomes. By consciously choosing where to direct your focus, you become the creator of your life, not a bystander. Your energy is your most valuable resource. Guard it, nurture it, and direct it wisely. When you master your focus, you master your life. The power is already within you, waiting to be claimed. Choose your focus with intention and watch as your energy transforms your reality in ways beyond your imagination. The need for external validation is one of the most persistent traps of the human experience. From an early age, we are conditioned to seek approval from others' parents, teachers, friends, and even strangers. Society teaches us to measure our worth based on the applause we receive, the compliments we hear, and the recognition we achieve. Over time, this dependency can become a prison, silently dictating how we think, act, and feel. But true freedom begins when we detach from the need for external validation and recognize that our value is inherent, unshaken by the opinions of others. External validation is fleeting by nature. It can elevate you one moment and abandon you the next. If your sense of self is tied to the approval of others, you will constantly chase a moving target, never feeling secure or whole. People's opinions are as varied as the waves in the sea, changing with the tide of their own moods, experiences, and biases. Relying on such an unstable foundation for your self-worth ensures that you are always vulnerable to the whims of others. This is not a life of freedom, but one of dependence and uncertainty. The truth is that no one knows you better than you know yourself. The essence of who you are cannot be captured by someone else's judgment, no matter how well-intentioned or sincere it may seem. You carry within you the only measure of validation you will ever need: your own awareness of your inherent worth. When you detach from external validation, you begin to see that your value does not come from the applause you receive, but from the authenticity with which you live. To detach from external validation, you must first become aware of where it has taken root in your life. Pay attention to the subtle ways you seek approval. Do you adjust your words to gain favor in a conversation? Do you hesitate to share your true thoughts for fear of judgment? Do you find yourself feeling diminished when someone disapproves of your choices? These are signs that external validation is influencing you more than you may realize. Awareness is the first step toward breaking free. Once you are aware, begin to shift your focus inward. Ask yourself, what do I truly think about myself? What do I value? What brings me joy? These questions help you reconnect with your inner self, the part of you that remains untouched by external opinions. The more you focus on your inner world, the less power external validation will have over you. Your self-worth begins to anchor itself in your own truth, rather than the fleeting approval of others. Detachment from external validation also requires the courage to embrace your imperfections. Much of the need for validation stems from a fear of not being enough, smart enough, attractive enough, successful enough. Another powerful step perfection is an illusion, and chasing it only deepens the dependency on external or feeling hurt by criticism. When you accept yourself as you are, with kindness, with all your flaws and strengths, remind yourself that solid foundation of self is a conditioned response. From this place of acceptance of your true self, the opinions of others treat yourself as you would a dear friend, because you no longer need them to feel patience and encouragement. Self-compassion helps you break the cycle of self-doubt and strengthens your connection to your inner worth. Freedom from external validation also opens the door to authentic living. When you are no longer bound by the need for approval, you can make choices based on what feels right for you, not what will please others. You begin to pursue passions, relationships, and paths that align with your values rather than societal expectations. This authenticity not only deepens your connection to yourself, but also attracts people and opportunities that resonate with your true essence. The journey of detaching from external validation is not always easy. It requires unlearning deeply ingrained habits and facing the discomfort of standing in your truth, even when it is met with disapproval. But the rewards far outweigh the challenges. As you let go of the need for external approval, you reclaim your power. You stop living for others and start living for yourself. Your confidence grows not because others praise you, but because you trust in your own worth. Detaching from external validation is an act of liberation. It is a return to your authentic self, free from the distortions of societal expectations and judgments. It is a recognition that your worth is not something to be earned, it is something to be embraced. When you stop seeking approval from others, You discover that the only validation you ever needed was your own. This is the path to true freedom, peace, and self-empowerment. It is the realization that you are already enough, just as you are. It is easy to fall into the illusion that the world operates independently of you, that circumstances simply happen, and you are at their mercy. But look closer, and you will notice patterns. The same kinds of challenges, relationships, or opportunities seem to recur, almost as if life is presenting you with a reflection of your inner state. If you feel unworthy, the world will mirror situations that reinforce that belief. If you hold thoughts of abundance and gratitude, life will unfold in ways that affirm those qualities. The world is neutral. Neither for nor against you, it simply reflects who you are within. This truth can be both liberating and challenging. It is liberating because it places the power to shape your experiences firmly in your hands. No longer are you a victim of circumstances, you are the creator of them. But it is also challenging because it calls for radical responsibility. It requires you to examine your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs without blame or judgment. The mirror of the world shows you not what you want to see, but what you need to see in order to grow and align with your higher self. When life presents difficulties, the immediate reaction is often to resist or blame external factors. Yet resistance only perpetuates the very struggles you wish to escape. The mirror reflects resistance back to you in the form of persistent challenges. Instead, approach these moments with curiosity and introspection. Ask yourself, what is this experience trying to show me about my inner world? What belief or fear am I holding on to that is manifesting in this way? The answers may not always be comfortable, but they are essential for transformation. The power of this reflection becomes even more apparent in relationships. The people you encounter are often mirrors of aspects of yourself, both the parts you embrace and those you resist. A difficult relationship may highlight unresolved insecurities, while a supportive one can affirm your strengths. This does not mean others are solely projections of you, but rather that they reveal the dynamics you carry within. By recognizing this, you can approach relationships with greater compassion and awareness, understanding that they are opportunities for growth, rather than sources of validation or conflict. As you begin to see the world as a mirror, you realize the futility of trying to manipulate the reflection without addressing the source. Just as a physical mirror cannot alter the image it reflects, the outer world cannot change unless your inner world does. If you seek peace, cultivate peace within yourself. If you desire love, embody love in your thoughts and actions. The more you align with the qualities you wish to experience, the more the world will mirror them back to you. This is not a mystical process, but a natural law of resonance like attracts like, and your inner state shapes your external reality. Gratitude is a powerful tool in this process. By appreciating what is already present in your life, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. The mirror of the world responds by reflecting more reasons to feel grateful. Gratitude is not merely a reaction to what you receive, it is a state of being that aligns you with the flow of life. It transforms the way you see the world, allowing you to notice opportunities and blessings that may have been obscured by a mindset of scarcity. It is important to approach this process with patience. The world's reflection may not change immediately because deeply ingrained beliefs and patterns take time to shift. Trust in the process and remain consistent in your inner work. The mirror does not lie, but it may take time to reveal the full extent of your transformation. Each moment is an opportunity to refine your inner state, knowing that the outer world will follow in time. The mirror of the world is not separate from you. It is an extension of your consciousness, a living testament to the power you hold within. It reveals the harmony or discord of your inner self, inviting you to align more fully with your true nature. When you understand this, life becomes less of a struggle and more of a dialogue, a continuous conversation between your inner world and the reflection you see outside. Every moment, the mirror offers you a chance to grow, to shift, and to create anew. It is not there to judge or punish, but to guide and awaken you to your potential. By embracing this truth, you step into your power as the creator of your experience. You no longer see the world as something to be feared or controlled, but as a faithful partner in your journey. The mirror of the world is always present, waiting for you to recognize the beauty and power of the reflection it holds. The essence of self-ownership is the understanding that you are the sole creator, governor, and architect of your life. It is the profound realization that no external force, circumstance, or individual holds the power to dictate who you are or what you become. To own yourself fully is to recognize that you alone are responsible for your thoughts, emotions, decisions, and actions. This is not a burden but an extraordinary gift, one that grants you the freedom to shape your destiny with intention and clarity. Life often tempts us to relinquish this power. We look to others for validation, rely on circumstances to define our worth, or blame external forces for our misfortunes. Yet, the moment you give away responsibility for your life, you give away your power. To live as the master of your own experience, you must reclaim this power by accepting full ownership of yourself. This is not an act of defiance but of liberation, for it sets you free from the illusions of control that the external world holds over you. Self-ownership begins with the acknowledgement that your thoughts create your reality. Every belief you hold, every assumption you accept, and every story you tell yourself shapes the lens through which you view the world. If your inner dialogue is one of doubt, fear, or limitation, your external experiences will reflect these states. Conversely, when you cultivate thoughts of empowerment, confidence, and abundance, life begins to mirror these qualities back to you. The law of self-ownership invites you to take charge of your mental landscape, knowing that it is the foundation upon which your reality is built. With self-ownership comes the understanding that you are not a passive recipient of emotions, but their creator. Feelings do not arise out of nowhere, they are the product of your interpretations and responses to life. To own your emotions is to accept that no one can make you feel anything without your consent. While others may trigger certain responses, it is ultimately your choice to nurture those feelings or release them. By taking responsibility for your emotional state, you free yourself from the reactive patterns that keep you bound to suffering. The decisions you make are another cornerstone of self-ownership. Every choice, no matter how small, carries the weight of shaping your future. To own yourself is to make decisions consciously, guided not by fear or obligation, but by your inner truth. This requires courage, for it often means walking a path that others may not understand or approve of. Yet, when you honor your own voice, you align with your authentic self, creating a life that reflects your deepest values and desires. Owning yourself also means taking full responsibility for your actions and their consequences. This does not imply perfection. Mistakes are inevitable and valuable teachers. What matters is how you respond to them. When you take ownership of your missteps, you gain the power to learn, grow, and course correct. Blame and excuses only serve to disempower you, keeping you stuck in a cycle of victimhood. True self-ownership is about accountability, not judgment. It is the recognition that every action, whether it leads to success or failure, is an opportunity to evolve. Another critical aspect of self-ownership is the ability to set boundaries. To own yourself fully, you must recognize where you end and others begin. This means saying no to what does not serve you and yes to what aligns with your truth. Boundaries are not walls to keep others out, but expressions of self-respect and clarity. When you honor your boundaries, you teach others how to treat you and create space for authentic relationships that nurture rather than drain you. Self-ownership is not about isolation or self-centeredness. It is about reclaiming your inherent power so you can contribute meaningfully to the world. When you own yourself, you stop seeking validation from others, freeing your energy to focus on what truly matters. This allows you to show up as your most authentic self, offering your unique gifts and perspectives without fear of rejection or judgment. True self-ownership enhances your ability to connect with others, because it comes from a place of wholeness rather than need. Embracing the law of self-ownership also involves releasing the illusion of control over others. Just as you are responsible for yourself, so too are others responsible for their own lives. Trying to fix, change, or control someone else is not only futile, but also a violation of their sovereignty. By letting go of this tendency, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and allow others the dignity of their own journey. This shift in perspective fosters mutual respect and harmony in your relationships. The law of self-ownership is not a one-time realization but a lifelong practice. It requires ongoing awareness and commitment to align your thoughts, emotions, decisions, and actions with your highest self. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks, and resistance, but these are part of the process. Each challenge is an invitation to deepen your ownership, to step further into your power, and to trust in your ability to navigate life on your terms. Self-ownership is about reclaiming your birthright as a creator of your own experience. It is the recognition that your life is not something that happens to you, but something that flows from you. When you fully own yourself, you unlock the limitless potential within you, becoming the author of a story that is uniquely and unapologetically yours. This is the essence of true freedom, not the absence of responsibility, but the embrace of it, knowing that within it lies the power to create a life of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. In conclusion, the essence of life lies in turning inward, understanding your power, and embracing the profound truth that everything you seek already resides within you. The world is not something to conquer or change, but a reflection of your inner state. By focusing on your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you reclaim your power and step into the role of the creator of your own experience. You do not need external validation or comparison, for your worth is inherent, your purpose is unique, and your journey is yours alone. As you cultivate this awareness, you will see that the path to fulfillment, abundance, and peace begins with self-ownership. By aligning with your inner truth, you transform your reality, not through force, but through resonance. Trust in the process, honor your boundaries, and take responsibility for the magnificent power within you. Life will mirror back the beauty and strength you carry, leading you to a destiny of your choosing. Thank you for listening, and may you walk forward with clarity, courage, and unwavering belief in the power of your inner self.